Today, let's talk about the books I have in watercolors. This book I bought when I was in school, I think, and I was a very big fan of this mad show, and especially the biggest fan of Mr. Rob. So, I had bought this book to learn watercolors. So, it is a very simple thing you can learn. He has given a lot of steps, and it is a very easy to do things like if you are a kids or you want to create some simple watercolors. Even adults can do this. Can you see the flowers? It is so beautiful. So this is a very easy to go book. I don't recommend now if you want to create something in watercolors, but this is a very attractive book. When I was a kid, I got attracted and I bought, and I still have this with me. This book I bought it online from Amazon. This was just for 99 rupees, and I just bought to just see how this book is, because it was just for 99 rupees. And in this book there is some different techniques. You can just see the types of strokes. They have given wash techniques. So initial pages have all these simple techniques where you can just see how to make trees, how to make the grasses. So small demonstration is given, and I think you can also scan and you can just see the video or something. Yeah, video tutorials. And there are also some space you can just paint and practice on the right side, but I feel this is not the right paper to work on, and you can just refer some of the image and take some inspiration from this. So here I have tried to copy the same thing, but this is not the right paper, and the colors what I was using at that time was not right, so I didn't get a great result. So I would not recommend to paint on this paper. If you want to buy this book, it is good. You can just have it. It's just for 99, and you can just refer and keep it with you. The next book I have is Watercolor by Milind, and this is the best book, I would say. He has mentioned many things. He has talked about the materials. He has talked about many different things in his books. He has also talked about the history of watercolors, and I think he has mentioned many things. He has showed his all of his paintings in this book. He has given a lot of knowledge about materials, the paper, brushes, all those things you can refer from this book. He has also mentioned the practice, how you can practice the different washes, how can you create different techniques like dry brush techniques, different techniques, how can you do. And he has given a lot of things. Like, he has also mentioned how to sketch. I think he does a lot of sketching, and he has also talked about perspective. He has not only mentioned about watercolors, he has also mentioned many things like about focal point, about value balance, colors, everything he has mentioned in his book. When you talk about watercolors, it is very important to know about color wheel. So he's also mentioned everything, what are the complementary colors, how you can make the grays, how you can make the blacks. So everything is mentioned in this book. And I feel he make a lot of free flowing kind of artwork, and more of architectural and urban and nature artwork he does, I think. So there is a lot of things. He has shown a lot of demonstrations, and you can just check this book if you are interested. Whenever I buy a book from online, I just check the reviews, or I just see if I can see some of the pages. Sometimes you can just see some of the pages that in while buying. So there is some option, you can just see some pages and then buy. So always I check the reviews, I see whether it is helpful for me or not, and then I go for it. Don't just simply go and buy, just first check the reviews and then buy. This is the book Everyday Watercolor by Gina. This is a very good book. This is a very simple book. She has mentioned small things like the introduction, the water, the about the materials, about the color theory. So it doesn't have a very lot of demonstrations. It has a very small simple techniques, a basic book for watercolors. This is a very basic book for watercolors. If you want to learn a very simple technique and simple watercolors, this book is must for them. If you are a very beginner and you don't know anything and you want to just have some book to some guide to use, I think you can go for this, and each day you can practice something or the other, and you can just make a nice watercolor painting. Each artist is different and their style of teaching is also very different, so it is up to you which artist you have to follow and which kind of artwork you want to make. So it is absolutely up to you. You can just follow some artist and follow their books, follow their guidelines. So this is how I do. Whatever I feel connected to some artist, I just buy their books and follow them and create my artwork in my own style. I really like this parrot. She has made this a very beautiful artwork. I don't remember. I was just following this artist and I just got this PDF guide, and this PDF guide is very helpful, I must say. The explanation is very clear and crisp. It has mentioned everything, choosing right from your watercolor supplies, what are the pros and cons, like which watercolor tubes you can buy, you should go for pans or tubes. Everything is mentioned and it is very easy to understand. So this, I got the printout and I have kept it with me so that I can explain to my students, or or I can keep it with me. So I just kept it. This is a very helpful guide. If you need, I can just send the link, or so that you can download. He has also mentioned some watercolor painting ideas you can use for your artwork. The next book I have, The Realistic Watercolor Unleashed by Meeta Dani. She is my mentor and her book is just amazing. She has mentioned everything in her book, like right from the paper, right from everything, what details, all the details about the paints, about the papers, about the watercolor palette, everything. This is a very huge book. She has mentioned all the details regarding watercolors. What is the tube about, everything is there in this book. and her artwork is the greatest inspiration, and I got inspired and I chose her as my mentor. So her book is really amazing. I would definitely recommend her book to all of you here. She has given lot of demonstration, lot of details, what makes your painting realistic, all the details she has mentioned, and she has given step by step demonstration images through which you can learn and understand much better. She does lot of realistic artwork, you can just see, and everything she has mentioned from start to the end. She have also mentioned how to paint the skin, which colors to choose, and all the demonstration, everything. She has clicked the picture step by step, and she has given all the details in her book. This painting is so nice, all the fishes look so expressive and realistic. The next book I have is Painting Watercolor Basics by Deb Watson. I think this is a great book I had. This is a very big book of 40 page, and it has a step by step process. Like initially it has mentioned tools and materials, and then they have given a lot of demonstration with a very good images with all the tips and all the colors whatever you have they have used. So this is a very easy to go for book. I really like this one. So you can just see the images and the tips and the step by step process they have mentioned in this book. She has given a very nice demonstration, and everything is mentioned in this book, which colors she has applied and all the simple techniques. So this is my very favorite book, and I think they have many different options in this book. You can just check in the internet, and yeah, this looks very interesting, I feel. Many people is very scared about a figurative artwork, so they have given a lot of tips and mentioned many things. In this artwork she has mentioned how to use salt and masking fluid. I really like this artwork, and I also tried this one. If you like this, please, I would say just go for this book. This is a just amazing book I would recommend. I always like to use salt in my artwork because it has a cleansing and energizing property, and it also creates a great texture for your artwork. All the details, everything is mentioned, how to use the colors, create the textures, all the details, all the tips, everything is mentioned. So currently I have all these books which I refer, and I want to order more will do, and I'll just share it with you all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope this is helpful. These stickers are done by my daughter. Take care and bye bye.